It's on record?
Yep.
Cool. Hi guys, welcome to our Whole Food Freedom event tonight. It's really great that you guys could jump on and check it out. I'm Casey, as Krista just said. I live in Coffs Harbour on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. I've been involved with Juice Plus for a little over 2 years now, and it's changed not just my life but my family's in quite a few ways. I'm a stay-at-home mum of 3 kids, an 11-year-old, a 5-year-old and a nearly 3-year-old, and I started this business when my baby was about 6 months old and my maternity leave was coming to an end, and I didn't want to return to work. I wasn't ready to put her into care, and I thought if I could just make some kind of income to help towards the grocery bill, then that would be great. And so that's what I've done, and 2 years later I'm still here. The products are amazing, and like I said, they're the main thing that's changed our life. I'm going to let Krista introduce our products and tell you a little bit about them and our awesome program that comes with that. Krista?
Thanks, Kate. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Krista. I live in Coffs Harbour with Casey and Liv and Stacey when she jumps on. And I'm originally from Armidale in New South Wales, which is on the northern tablelands. So we've been living in Coffs Harbour now for about 8 years. I live here with my husband and my 2 kids, Nicholas, who's 14, and Caitlin, who is almost 10, as she keeps telling me. I've been in the business now for almost 2 years. I started on the products in March 2016, and I then started in the business in May 2016. And I have to admit, in the beginning, I was a massive skeptic. So I didn't know whether this could work. I didn't know whether this was something that, I tried many other programs, I tried many other products, and I was just a little bit unsure as to whether it would work. But I decided to jump in and to, have a go, and we haven't looked back since. So my product story is, there's a couple of ways I could go with it. I'll probably take the easiest path at the moment was that we started the products after our son Nicholas had been sick with what you would call an unknown illness, I suppose. He'd been sick for many years, and as a result of all the medications that they had put him on, his stomach, his gut health had been stripped. So he was sick all the time. He was bloated, he was tired, he was really anxious. It was a really tough time, and we decided to jump on this product because there were a few reasons for it, but mostly because we just knew we needed to do something to help not only his health but our health as well, because we've kind of forgotten about ourselves over time while we were looking after him and being parents. So fast forward 2 years, and Nicholas is now very healthy. His anxiety has subsided to the point where we don't need to see the child psychologist anymore, and he sleeps through the night. We don't have to give him melatonin like we were to help him sleep at night. And he is a much happier child. And my own personal story is that I also suffered from severe anxiety and depression for many, many years and was medicated. And at the beginning of last year, I was able to come off my medication, and I haven't looked back since. I'm a much happier person. So whilst the products are not a cure for anything, they have certainly put me on the path to better health. And between the products and the program that I'll talk to you about in a moment, we've had some amazing success across the family. So basically, the program has been written and prepared by our leaders and consists of over 300 clean eating recipes that are family friendly and definitely easy to prepare. I'm not much of a cook. I don't enjoy being in the kitchen, so if I'm cooking them, they must be easy. They're whole food based, which means that the goodness starts with what you're eating, and it works from the inside out, which is really cool. They're deprivation free. There's no calorie counting or any of that kind of stuff that goes with it. and we've been able to maintain some really healthy weights while we've been on the products. So my husband initially lost about 5 kilos in the first probably 2 months overall, and I was able to maintain weight, which I'd struggled to do most of my life for many reasons. So they're big pluses for us as well. The best part, I think, of our program is the online community. We've got a really amazing community that's hosted through Facebook in a private setting. It's full of incredibly empowering women, men and women who are on the same journey that you are. So, and I'm very lucky to be able to call those people my friends. So the page is full of like-minded people, as I said. They're inspiring, motivating and supportive, and the page, you know, it will provide you with everything that you need. It comes with all the recipes, the meal plans, all the guides, everything that you need. And it's more than just about weight loss. So, you know, the products are not a weight loss pill, and the program is, whilst it's about healthy living, it's not just about weight loss, it's about vitality and, you know, just being healthy generally and happier and an appreciation of your body. So it's definitely a really cool place to be. So our capsules are a whole food product that are made with over 30 hand-picked vine-ripened ingredients that pulped and slowly desiccated and then dehydrated and then desiccated into powder form, and they're put into a gluten-free capsule. Products themselves can't be claimed as gluten-free. The outer casing of the capsule, however, is. We've got our little packages here. We've got our veggies, our fruits and our berries, and they are our micronutrients and heal our bodies on a cellular level, which means basically when you're taking them, they start with your bloodstream, they start in the blood, and then they heal from there all the way out to your skin. You are given a 4-month supply because it takes 4 months for that cell renewal to take place, and it's a really important part of feeling better about yourself. So there's definitely lots of bonuses with these capsules. Basically, if you can eat what's listed on the capsules, and you won't be able to probably see this right now, but there's a whole list of ingredients there. If you're able to eat what's listed on those packages, then you would be able to take the capsules. So they have no additives, there's no sweeteners or anything like that. It's basically fruit, veggies and berries in a capsule, but without the sugar and all the mess of juicing and all of that sort of stuff. So, you know, they're not designed as a meal replacement at all. They are merely to bridge the gap between what we are eating and what we should be eating. The recommended serve is between 9 and 12 serves of fruit and veggies per day. A serving size is a cup. I actually have a glass here. That's a glass right there. So you're supposed to be eating 9 to 12 serves of fruit and veggies every day. And we were not doing that at all. We were eating well, but we were not doing that anywhere, not even close to it. So these basically bridge that gap. There's over 30 peer-reviewed medical studies, also gold standard medical studies that have been completed on the products, and there's more underway, and the products have never been recalled, which shows you how credible they are. They're also listed with the TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Association in Australia. We're not able to sell anything without them going through there, so they are definitely approved through there. And they create, basically the products create craveability. So instead of craving sweet stuff, or for me it was salty foods, that's my downfall, is generally chips or bread. They basically, because they're designed by nature, it means that the body is recognising it and it will be absorbed into your bloodstream, therefore creating craveability for more of the good stuff rather than the bad stuff. So obviously our benefits have included more energy. That's been a really big part of it for us. Better sleep quality, as I mentioned before, particularly with the kids who struggle generally. We were struggling with that before. Stronger hair, skin and nails. My hair is growing so fast that I'm at the hairdressers, like I think I nearly need to live there. We've got better concentration, obviously better mental health, as I mentioned before, and less bloating, which is pretty amazing. And that leads me into the kids' chews. This is also part of our program. We're very lucky to be a part of such an amazing company. Juice Plus is known as a company with a heart and conducts the largest observational study on children in the world called the Children's Health Study. It's in over 27 different countries, and there are well over 1 million children who have enjoyed free Juice Plus to date. This means every day our kids are getting over 17 different fruits and veggies in their diets. And research shows that children are missing less days at school, they are concentrating better, eating better, and craving more fruit and veg, and there's less visits to the doctor. I can definitely attest to that. I actually was asked the other day how long it had been since Nicholas had been to the doctor. 5 years ago, if you'd asked me, he was there almost weekly. Nicholas hasn't actually seen the doctor for anything, for any reason, for about 2 years. So, and I had to think about that. I had to really put my mind to it. It has been about 2 years. So that's pretty cool. So basically, you've got the fruit chews and you've got the veggie chews. And for people who don't love taking capsules, you can actually take these as adults as well. There is an adult serving of these. They're not sweetened with anything nasty. They're made with tapioca syrup, which is how they're sweetened, and they're quite gummy-like. So they're real. I actually snack on them a lot. I eat lots of them because the particularly fruit ones are very sweet, and they cure that craving that I get in the afternoon when I'm really craving something nice. And they're good for you, which is obvious. We also have our most recent product, our newest product on the market, which is our omegas, and these are also plant-based. We're really lucky. Juice Plus hadn't until recently released any new products for over 20 years, I think it was. So we were really lucky to be able to have such an amazing product introduced. Now, for me, omegas were something that I knew I should take, but I didn't want to because I don't like the fishy aftertaste. The really good thing about these omegas is that they are fully plant-based. So they are literally the only omega on the market to feature omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and they're all derived from plants, so suitable for vegans, and there's no fishy aftertaste. So we skip the fish, and we take the oil that the fish get. We take the oil from the plants that the fish eat. That's a basic way of describing it. Omegas help in a lot of ways, but mostly to help maintain healthy and mobile joints, supporting eye health, helping maintain a healthy brain and cognitive development, and supporting healthy pregnancy, hormonal balance, helping to maintain healthy skin, and can help with fat loss and improve risk factors from heart disease and fight inflammation. So they are proven to help, may also help with the sleep. So again, with the sleep patterns, they're really amazing. So that then leads me into our complete powders. We're really lucky to have all these products, these amazing yummy things that we're that we have available. These are our vegan superfood powders and are available in Dutch chocolate or French vanilla. My personal favourite is the chocolate. However, I did make some really yummy pancakes with the vanilla one today. These are our macronutrients, which are carbs, fats, and proteins that our body requires, and they're like the fuel for our body. So again, they're not designed as a meal replacement. They are not a meal replacement shake at all. They are basically an added bonus to what we're already taking. I choose to replace my breakfast with one because I was a horrific breakfast skipper. I didn't eat breakfast ever, and these have actually been my saviour. But to make it a meal replacement, I add one of these with some coconut milk, and I also add some generally some fruits and some seeds and healthy fats that go in there as well to make it an actual meal. And the family loves them as well. So I know I'm getting something healthy and nutritious for breakfast, where before I probably would just snack on a piece of toast, which is not so nutritious. They're really versatile. As I said, we make pancakes with them, either chocolate or vanilla. They're really yummy. Slices, protein balls, ice creams, and Casey's favourite, which is the chai pudding. I actually have discovered a new thing that I really love. And I mix a vanilla chocolate powder with some coconut yogurt, and it makes almost like a mousse. It's really good. It's really good. I love it. So they contain niacin and vitamin D, which means they're awesome for our mental health as well. and are fantastic as a pre or post workout drink. They provide all of the nutrients and carbs that you need for that, or an afternoon pick me up. So I think that that's pretty well covered everything. I hope that was okay, Case.
Thank you, Krista. Awesome as usual. And you're so right. It is so great for our kids. Just the changes that I've seen in my kids since they've been on the chews as well. My son, who said is 11, he was always sitting below average with his learning at school, which was fine. He always done his best. So, we're happy with that. But just in the last 2 years, he's actually gone up to just above average, which is just fantastic. His concentration levels are so good now. And he did not have one day off last year from school for being sick, not one. So the only change we really made was this. So it does go to show that, your family really benefit. And especially when it's your kids, it makes you feel so good knowing that you're doing everything you can to make sure your kids lead a healthy, happy life. It's great. We're going to hear from Liv now so she can share what these amazing products have done for her and her family.
Oh, thanks so much. It's been great listening to everyone else speak about the products because, they have really changed my life and my little boy Petey's life. So it's been about 5 months since I've been on the products. And initially I just started mainly for weight loss and energy. And within maybe just a few days, about a week, I started just to feel different and a little bit more energy. And in the first 2 months, I lost about 4 or 5 kilos. And I've just maintained that, which has been great for me, being able to get back to the gym and just spend more time with my little boy, which has been great. And also creating healthy meals at home, which has been really good from our JBT guides. It's been amazing. I also had a cardiac arrest in 2013, which meant that I actually had a brain injury, which needed a lot of recovery for. And since I've been taking the omegas, I've noticed that I've really improved in my thinking and more clear in everyday activities. So that's been another amazing positive that I wasn't thinking would happen. And another reason I joined, my little boy was actually born premature at 31 weeks. So he was quite a small baby and he's still quite small, but also not a good eater. He also doesn't eat meat. So I was looking for something that I could give him with protein. And the shakes have been fantastic for him. He'll actually have a smoothie. I actually sneak spinach in there. So he's actually getting spinach and protein and healthy fats, which is great. So he's actually getting the protein that he needs and he's actually putting on weight, which is amazing for me. So he's, actually thriving, which is fantastic. And a great story from today, I actually wouldn't have thought I'd be able to do this, but I actually started swimming lessons with Peter today. So I actually got in my swimmers in the pool with him and I was confident enough to do that in front of other people, which I probably wouldn't have been able to do previously. So yeah, it's made a big change in my life. So yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Liv. I love your story. It's great. It does. It always makes me smile, and it's great that you're getting your little boy everything that he needs.
Yeah,
I've got my almost 3-year-old's quite fussy as well with her food, so it's good knowing that they're getting what they need when they're not going to eat what's in front of them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just change it up a bit now and let our lovely Stacey share her journey since she's began on the business side, so she can share with you about our amazing business opportunity and what it's done for her and her family.
Thanks, Kate. Hey everyone, my name's Stacey. I'm from Coffs Harbour too. I'm a mummy of a 2.5, almost 3-year-old toddler, and we have a 37 week bub growing in my belly. So we're very excited to welcome a new addition to our family very, very shortly. So Juice Plus has changed my life. I was a minor prior to this, prior to having children and meeting my partner. I worked driving 500-ton dump trucks in the mines for 13, 14-hour days for 2 weeks at a time. And at that time, it was great. It served its purpose. It allowed me to travel the world and earn a really great income. However, when it came time to settling down and having children, that certainly was not a career option for me. And it left me on maternity leave with Rio Tinto, wondering what on earth I was going to do in order to support our family. I'm lucky enough, my partner still remains in the mine, so that is a good and a bad thing. It can be difficult for us. But I was left wondering, what on earth will I do for an income? And I knew that in 2017 I wanted to focus on my health, and I was introduced to the products by a girlfriend of mine who had some incredible results with her children and herself. They had, ADHD, irritable bowel syndrome, and, because of that, they weren't concentrating at school. And within a very short period of time, I noticed a massive change. And I basically just said, what on earth are you guys doing? I need some of that. And because, of course, when we become parents, and I think most of us on here are mamas, our number one priority becomes our children. And I had a very fussy toddler at the time. He only ate, certain foods. I'm sure we can all relate again. And I wanted to be sure that I was feeding him a nutrient-dense diet. And when I found out about these products, it was a no-brainer for me. So I jumped on board, and within a couple of weeks I realized that these were amazing. I was feeling great. I was able to give my child 17 different fruit and veggies every day, and so that mummy guilt was somewhat diminished. And I knew that I needed to share this with everybody, whoever would listen. And so I jumped on board with the business, and in a very short period of time I realized that this community of women, empowered women, was definitely what I'd been looking for since high school. And so I'm grateful that I was able to grow a business. 75% of my business is actually based in New Zealand, which has been really fantastic. I've been able to conduct international business today from the comfort of my lounge room and around my son, and that was what was most important to me, being able to create an income whilst not missing out on any magical moments with him. So what I'm excited for, this is my little man here. Mummy's just talking to the ladies. You want to say hello?
Yeah.
Come on.
Mommy, what's that?
That's sellotape, Daddy. Dad's home at the moment, so he can whisk him away. So what I'm excited for and what I've been able to achieve in the business in a very short period of time. Hang on, he just wants to say hello. He's a bit of a charmer.
Hello.
Thank you. Has been incredible, and I'm able to contribute to our family whilst being pregnant and also caring for our son. We really didn't want to put Kate into a daycare system very early until he was able to communicate what he wanted, and so we've been able to meet those values for our family. And what gets me excited about the future is that I'm still able to conduct my business. I get to empower and support women all over the world from the comfort of my home, and at the same time grow me individually as well. So thanks so much, Case. I hope that was all good. And thanks.
Thank you, Stace. And it is. It's so great that we can be at home with the kids and not have that guilt of putting them into care so early when, like you said, they can't even communicate if they are enjoying it or if they even want to be there. The whole business is great. We get to work and meet so many people that become friends that you probably would never have met any other way. And being able to be at home, that's just the great part. Or even in the car, like I've seen so many people jump on these events where they've just pulled over in the car because you got Wi-Fi, you can do it from anywhere. We have great bonuses that we get just from helping and encouraging those around us to reach levels and work together. We just get so much out of it. It's an amazing opportunity, and I'm so glad that I took a chance and said yes, even though I had no idea what I was doing at the start. It's just, yeah, it really is good. And whoever's invited you on tonight obviously really cares about you enough to want to share this with you. So get on to them, ask questions, just find out everything you need to know, because it's just something you don't want to get down the track and think, what if I did do that? Take a chance now. Thank you all for giving up some time on your Wednesday night and jumping on and joining us. It's lovely to see all your happy faces, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took something away from it. I think that's it, Krista. I think we'll wrap it up.